as we speak. Bhagavad Shamrita, continue, or you have some question? Or nothing of this.
How to reduce suffering? Everyone is having
You better how you attain happiness.
because suffering goes, happiness automatically comes.
There's suffering and there's happiness. So we always run for happiness in this world. We want to always enjoy happiness. But we do not understand the law of this material nature. If I take happiness for my pleasure or pleasure of anyone in this world, it automatically brings suffering also. They go together in this material world. Because this is the law of this material nature. We have to understand everything what we can see, what we can think of, whatever we are, it is created by the source of everything, God, Krishna. So you think, when you think you can enjoy separately from Krishna, then you cannot understand Krishna's plan. He is not creating for us because we are part of him. So when we forget who is the creator, who belongs to everything, for what, for whom it is meant. It is, everything is meant for his enjoyment. And we are also meant for his enjoyment. So, when we again come to the conclusion or the understanding, to the mercy of Nitai and Gauranga, then we will again understand when it is not used for his pleasure, then it is used for our pleasure. And if we want to enjoy this material world, then we create karma or reactions of our activities. And this is not how he has not seen me, that's what I do, or he doesn't know. In this world you can do like this. You can go to the pillar and you can take chocolate and put it in your bag. So you may escape or you may not. But in this world, we have to understand everything is Krishna. He is everywhere. He is in our heart. He is outside. Whatever exists is him. Yes. They can hardly accept this. Not everyone. But this is the law of this material nature. Otherwise he would not speak about suffering or pain or frustration or then everything would work according to our plan. But this is not working like this. You will realize, the young ones, they will take a little time. When they get older, then they will realize. So always we run for happiness. We do not run for pain or suffering. But if we enjoy, we are going to enjoy the happiness or the creation of the Lord, then we will experience the reaction. This is the law of this material world. We cannot escape. In villa you can go out with the chocolate, and then in a car you can eat or wherever. They will not check it. But here, this in the universal law, we cannot do any action what is not recognized. So for every action there is a reaction, and this reaction is that what we experience as suffering or pain. We want to avoid it. If we don't want to know how to avoid it, then we have to work again under the guidance or teachers who tell us everything is meant for his pleasure. When he is satisfied, I will be satisfied. Why he? Why not me? At least little. Yes, when you only a little enjoy, then you get only a little suffering. Even though you may go to heavenly planet and you're a pious person, but yeah, still you have to come back here. Because after your good karma is used, goes to an end, you again have to practice, you again have to collect or perform pious activity to get sukriti, to again get some kind of pleasure. But this is a circle. You may go to hell, to Padalaloka, or you may go to the heavenly planet. Everywhere you have to come back and again collect sukriti, pious activities, or you use it in a very nasty way, you will get bad reaction. Why are so many living beings here? Everywhere. Unlimited. We cannot count with our pea brain. There are so many trees, so many flies, bees, so many animals. And human is just very rare. 8,400,000 living forms we can take according to Shastra. We can take birth in this world to get our desires or get our punishment for performing our activities, good or bad. We will have to suffer. So even in good, if it's done in goodness, but still you are not free from birth and death. You may go to higher planets, but it's also temporary. Everything in this universe is temporary, because the universe himself is also temporary. According to Shastra, it is Vishnu who lies in the ocean, and his breathing out, when he's breathing out, we should not understand it in a material way, then everything manifests. From the most subtle living beings to the most coarse and lowest, according to the desire of every individual. When he again breathes in, then everything is again destroyed. That's Lord Shiva's duty. And he starts to dance. The flames come out and he's burning the whole. It means climax. Now he's starting dancing. It's getting hot. No, this is not, I don't want to connect these things. But everything what we experience is exactly that what we are. To see what we are according to our past activities. So, and what is anxieties belong to this also. Even in your realized state, you know, or only in your realized state, you will lose these anxieties. You will not be disturbed. And how do I attain happiness? When we use everything again to please the Lord. How do we know how to please the Lord? This we have to do under the guidance of those who are sent by our Lord to this world. So, dependent on our sincerity, we will get information how to get out of this suffering where we are now, what we are experiencing now. This is the way. And the medicine given is Harinam. In this Kali Yuga, we are so fortunate. Just a few generations before this generation now, the Supreme Lord appeared on this planet. He gave the Yuga Dham. This is for Kali Yuga, the way how to escape. As he manifests, he appears in the Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and then Satya Yuga, and gives the process how to escape. What is the process in Satya Yuga? Anybody knows? Chanting, meditation, and there's also a mantra. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. If you practice this in a Kali Yuga, will not work. We cannot meditate. They were living for 100,000 years, their span of living. And 60,000 years they meditated. So we cannot imagine these things. And then the next age was fire sacrifice. Big yagyas they performed. They offer gold in the fire, or offer to the Lord. Fire is so fire, he accepts, the Lord accepts. Yeah. What is Tretya Dwapara is before Kali, especially in this. So the gold was not, the gold after offering was thrown away. It was offered. Nobody ran and killed each other for this. I got gold. Now everybody. No, they throw it. They did not care for these things. Then at Dwapara Yuga there's opulent, very opulent worship. This South Indian, still it is something left from this past. They have opulent, they worship the God, Vaikunta, Vishnu, Narayan, Ram. So this deity worship was thrown, and the Lord appeared. It was realized. Then Kali Yuga he makes simple, because we cannot remember very well. Our mind is always disturbed. And he gave the most powerful mantra. Maha mantra, Maha, the big mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The most powerful mantra when we learn under the guidance of our spiritual master, bona fide spiritual master, then we can attain happiness. Then our suffering will come to an end, will vanish. Savadaman Bharitya Ekam Sharanam Bharata Amdam Savabhavi Vyomoksha Shyamamasuja. You must surrender to me, just surrender to me. I will remove all your past karma. So easy in Kali Yuga. Don't think that you missed something. Don't be afraid. This is the process in Kali Yuga. Bhagavad Gita is telling us at the end of Bhagavad Gita, he comes to this conclusion, or he says what is the way out, that we come out of this circle of action and reaction, birth and death. Of course, this is not easy. And we know everybody has experience, because we get attached so much to be the enjoyer, the controller, the master. I know everything. So we cannot give it up. We cannot surrender. This is the big obstacle in Kali Yuga. But Mahamantra and the pure devotee is so powerful. They can take us out of this, just depending on the individuals. And again, if I want to get out of suffering, I also have to pay the price for it. It seems the price is high, but actually it is. If you want to be free and want to experience happiness, then you have to get out. You don't lose anything. We are all spiritual souls. We are all members of the spiritual plane. You may be attached to family or to country or to so many things. But all these things here is temporary, because we have a wrong vision of what is real and what is temporary. So we identify with this external world, but we are forgotten who we really are. We are spiritual beings eternally. And He never dies. We are spiritual souls. When we realize, when we come to this level, then we will not be alone there. Because we are all spiritual souls. So one goes there, then he will also, if someone has accepted a bona fide spiritual master, he will also go there. Maybe take some birth, but this knowledge will not leave us. It will stay deep in us. And this external world will lose the charm. It will not be attractive for those who have experienced who we really are, that we are not members of this world. Here is always frustration, always suffering. Happiness comes, I have attained, but it is a few minutes in day. And the rest time, it is only in the mind, oh, I will enjoy this when it's coming, and I will work hard to get it. But the real enjoyment is only a few moments. It's gone. And then again, I start. Huh? And then you don't have to plan this stuff.
That's why they now sell it as to go. You take, you are happy, you take it and go and finish.
Yes.
It is a fleeting thing, it never sustains.
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing here is. Everything is temporary. Is there more to say on this topic? Or any? Did I answer? Yeah. For some not. But. Yes, it takes many birds. We cannot jump, Artificially trying to go to this transcendental plane is not possible. You have to become real, truthful, We cannot cheat Krishna. Hey, I want to dance also with the gopis. But this is Krishna's enjoyment. If you want to do it, then you come here. And we'll just see how it works. We have about 10 minutes something. I can start this text 7, if it's okay. Upadeshamrita. Rupa Goswami writing this teachings he received from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Shyat Krishna Nama Jaritati Siddhapya Vidya Pitobadabta Ajanasya Naho Jikanu Kindvadadarad Anudinam Kalusaiva Justa Swadvikramad Bhavandat Garmula Bandantri. Translation: even Krishna's name, form, qualities and pastimes, which are like sweet sugar candy, are distasteful to one whose tongue is afflicted by jaundice of ignorance. So even these pastimes of the Lord, they are very sweet, transcendental. If our tongue or we have the material disease or jaundice, then candy, sugar candy is tasting bitter. So you have no taste for sugar candy. So the same way we have no taste for the qualities or the pastimes to hear of the Lord. However, when one constantly faithfully chants the holy name of Krishna and becomes absorbed in his divine attributes, then gradually they become sweet and one's ignorance is destroyed at the root. So not only temporary, it is even the root we get free from this disease. Srila Sridhar says in his illumination or explanation, there must be an ear of the type which can catch nectar, the sweetness from divine sound. That which is sweet to one may not be bitter for another, according to the taste. So in this verse, Rupa Goswami says, when our inner tongue is influenced by ignorance, the holy name of the Lord tastes very bitter. If there's an attack of bile in the body, then the tongue is affected and sweet things taste bitter. Avidya vidopatapta. When there is an attack of bile, sugar candy tastes bitter. But when the disease is cured, that sugar candy will taste sweet. So the holy name, Krishna Katha, tastes bitter and unpleasant now. But the holy name is the medicine to remove that defect from our inner tongue. First, sugar candy is bitter, but when we take more and more, then the disease will go and the sugar candy's taste will be sweet. If we apply this unpleasing medicine for some time, that bile will be removed and it will be found to be very, very sweet. Raso Vaisa. It will gradually taste sweeter, sweeter and sweetest. Krishna Nama is like that. To the ignorant it is very bitter and repulsive. But this is the medicine to remove that ignorance. And gradually his glorious sweetness will come and charm the whole existence. So with the help of Guru, the scripture, and the previous experienced persons, I shall try to stand the test that yes, because the bile is so strong, everything is tasting bitter, but this process will remove the bile. I shall have to wait for some time. When the bile is gone, I shall taste sugar, candy, as sweet. Maya sandushta manasa sarasukha maryadisha. For one who is satisfied with me, all the four directions will bring only good news to him. All ways will carry welfare to the person who is satisfied with God only and nothing else. I want God and His interests are my interests. He is the loving Father, guardian and friend of everyone. When we take the holy name at the beginning, we think it is our duty to count so many rounds. Sometimes it is painful. Sometimes we have counted this. When we get a taste for the holy name, then the inner tendency excites us to take the holy name more and more. Not as a duty, not just for finish 16 rounds. When that inner sweetness comes to us, then we go on with the real bhajan. That is the stage of service. It becomes automatic, spontaneous. When the holy name tastes sweet, then only does natural service begin. It attains the stage of bhajana and divulges the rupa. Then Bari Garat Vasishta Lila. This way it goes up. So there are so many stages to pass through to dive deep into the reality. Our progress and speed will be such that we will have to pass through all these coverings to enter into the substantial world. Otherwise we will remain in the realm of imagination, and thereby we won't get any strength within. First, our spiritual life begins with Radha, where we inquire into the eternal life. Then sadhu sangha, association with the experts of that divine plane. The next stage is Pajamakriya, where we must strictly observe what has been recommended for us by the sadhus in order to reach the next stage. Then anatta nivritti, the ulterior demands of our superficial nature will disappear. So nishtha is the next stage, characterized by the continuous remembrance of Krishna consciousness. It is just as when oil is put into one continual flow, not drop by drop, but continual flow. Similarly, Krishna consciousness will remain always in our mind in some form or other. After nishtha, the negative side is eliminated. Nishtha continues to increase into ruchi. Sometimes we may find that we are in the midst of other aspirations. That is not ruchi proper. If now and then such ruchi appears within us, that is not real ruchi. Proper ruchi is to be traced after nishtha. Nishtha means continued association with Krishna. 24 hours living in the relativity of Krishna consciousness. The advent of ruchi is only possible after the continued connection of Krishna, not before that. So it means if I come to this level where I am continuously conscious of Krishna, somebody has experienced continuously, is always there, every moment. Whatever I do, whatever I see, whatever I experience, he is always conscious. Nishtha, constantly means. After this, ruchi can come. Ruchi means then sweetness, taste. After nishtha, when ruchi will come, that will be reliable. That is proper ruchi. And there will always be humility up to the last point. One will always think that I have no ruchi. Because the finite is coming in connection with the infinite. We can never be satisfied thinking, I have got something. If we think that we have ruchi for Krishna, we have so much love and affinity for him, then we will commit many offenses. And we will be hurled down. We must be very careful. After ruchi, the next stage is asakti, when we cannot tolerate any separation from Krishna. And there is the stage of bhava, when we come in real connection with Vrindavan. Bhava is like the primitive stage of the flower, the bud. When that bud blossoms, it becomes prema. At that stage, when ruchi and bhava appear within us, the holy name will be very, very sweet. The sweet taste will begin to dawn. That is the dawn of love, prema. Only that is rasa, and all other things are virasa, tasteless. I don't think so, huh? It's a very high level we are hearing here. We have to start from the beginning, yes. Anything to say? Any? Yes, I can read a book about scientific book about, I don't know, atomic science. But I will not understand anything. I am even not able to understand how this handy mobile phone, how this is working. Because I'm not prepared to study such things. And I have also no interest. Maybe if I get the number of Krishna, I can call him. But it's not working like this. So there are this kind of devotees who think they can make contact like this. They cannot speak about science, high science. We cannot use our material capacity to attain these high levels of realizations and understanding. Only surrender is the only thing. Then you have to come up to Nishta, Ruchi, Bhava, and Prem is far, far away. Nothing of this. We should never think we have attained anything of this. Nishta means constantly being conscious of Krishna, constantly. Whatever I see, whatever I do. Yes. When we would have a calculator, how much I think of Krishna and how much of this external world. If it's such a book, it would maybe one side would be Krishna. %, you are calculating good. Now, those who are able to hear these teachings of our acharyas, they are getting much benefit. But in the same way, if a beginner who has not understood, he will not have taste to hear, he will not have taste to speak about these topics, where he has not realization. It will be dry. It will be external presentation. It will not touch. Not possible. Life comes from life. Swami Maharaj wrote a book. So if I am lifeless, lifeless means if I identify with this body, I am lifeless. Guru Maharaj said, nice people in Vienna, but they are all dead. Because they identify with something material. It is dead matter. It's only alive because I am in consciousness is there. We have to, all these steps we have to go through, we have to experience. Then you attain happiness. Frustration will be gone. Whatever Lord's plan is, whatever He's doing, whatever we experience, we see Krishna behind. Yes, you will punish me like this. Yes, I would have earned much more. You are so merciful. And, you can speak like this with Him when you are surrendered. We are missing so much in this material world. Our vision is very, very small. Jai Srila Rupa Goswami Bhava Ki Jai Puja Srila Bhakti Rakshak Srila Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Srila Gurudev Talil Gurishtam Vishupad Paramahamsa Vikacharya Stota Sasri Srimad Tivai Bhav Buri Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Nitai Gaur Premanandi